purple paradise where creativity comes alive. Melanie's got the vision clear, Red's Kentucky charm is here. April's got that princess flair with military precision there. Barbie sprinkles magic dust in this place we call trust. Come on in, don't be shy, we'll teach you how to reach the sky. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Emma's young blood leads the way, making magic every day. Barely art school holds it tight from morning sun to late at night. Retreat weekends, learn and grow, all the tricks we wanna show. Every color, every thread builds a joy that lies ahead. Take my hand, I'll show you how we can start creating now. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Red hair flying, fingers working, princess teaching, never shirking. Glitter goblins pass through ways, Emma managing our days. Melanie's dreams in purple hues, we're the team that never loses. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Purple walls and friendly faces, this is where your heart embraces. All the joy that you can make here at our ScrappyShak. Walk into our purple paradise where creativity comes alive. Melanie's got the vision clear, Red's Kentucky charm is here. April's got that princess flair with military precision there. Barbie sprinkles magic dust in this place we call trust. Come on in, don't be shy, we'll teach you how to reach the sky. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Emma's young blood leads the way, making magic every day. Barely art school holds it tight from morning sun to late at night. Retreat weekends, learn and grow, all the tricks we wanna show. Every color, every thread builds a joy that lies ahead. Take my hand, I'll show you how we can start creating now. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Red hair flying, fingers working, princess teaching, never shirking. Glitter goblins pass through ways, Emma managing our days. Melanie's dreams in purple hues, we're the team that never loses. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Purple walls and friendly faces, this is where your heart embraces. All the joy that you can make here at our ScrappyShak. to our purple paradise where creativity comes alive. Melanie's got the vision clear, Red's Kentucky charm is here. April's got that princess flair with military precision there. Barbie sprinkles magic dust in this place we call trust. Come on in, don't be shy, we'll teach you how to reach the sky. ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Emma's young blood leads the way, making magic every day. Barely art school holds it tight from morning sun to late at night. Retreat weekends, learn and grow, all the tricks we wanna show. Every color, every thread builds a joy that lies ahead. Take my hand, I'll show you how we can start creating now. ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Red hair flying, fingers working, princess teaching, never shirking. Glitter goblins pass through ways, Emma managing our days. Melly's dreams in purple hues, we're the team that never loses. ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Purple walls and friendly faces, this is where your heart embraces all the joy that you can make here at our ScrappyShak. Walking to our purple paradise where creativity comes alive. Melanie's got the vision clear, Red's Kentucky charm is here. April's got that princess flair with military precision there. Barbie sprinkles magic dust in this place we call trust. Come on in, don't be shy, we'll teach you how to reach the sky. ScrappyShak, come and make your dreams come back. We'll show you how to cut and paste, nothing here will go to waste. ScrappyShak, love and laughter, that's our track. Emma's young blood leads the way, making magic every day. Barely art school holds it tight from morning sun to late at night. Retreat weekends, learn and grow, all the tricks we wanna show. Every color, every
Good morning, friends. We got a Okay, sorry about that. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well and has their coffee and they're nice and warm and comfy. So this morning, we're going to start with an update on Mr. Roger. And he had a procedure on Thursday. It went well. They decided to keep him at the hospital, and then on Monday he would go to the inpatient rehab. Okay, and then Craftmas is on November 15th and 16th. We have 1, possibly 2 seats available still. Come play with us. And then on November 22nd at 2 o'clock, we have some Christmas cards that we're going to make at a Christmas card class. Here's the one that you will make with U-Turn Sandy. And here's the one that you'll make with Teresa. And then you'll make this one with me. Can you tell if those are green? Whoops, wrong way. This one and that one are green. So that'll be a fun class. It is available on our website to sign up for it. And then we are going to have a gingerbread class on December 14th at 1 o'clock. You want to attend. I want to attend. Good thing Barbie's teaching, so I can attend. Ready? Look at this gingerbread house.
Oh no, the wreath is invisible.
Isn't it gorgeous? Gorgeous. And we are limited to how many seats on this one?
I think 9 is all we have.
Oh, 9. So 8, because I'm getting one. So that's the gingerbread house. Look at the little gingerbread men. Aren't they adorable? You want to take this class. I promise. It's going to be a great time. Okie dokie. And then we are going to have another Christmas card class on December 12th, which is a Friday. And the coupon code for today is Hot Mess 20, because Barbie and I are in control, and we're pretty much a hot mess. And that will include all of the embossing folders, luster wax, and then everything that we are about to show you. By we, I mean Barbie right now. Barbie, it's here.
Are we new products already?
We are new products already.
Okay.
Jennifer, we're sorry, but we're really not.
So, for starters, we have this Prima decoupage fiber paper. So it's like collage paper or rice paper. You know, you tear it up, glue it down, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to see if I can open it without damaging it. We ordered this because Diane wanted one, or April said Diane wanted one, or something to that effect. Something to that effect. Ooh. And it is, oh. Wait, maybe these aren't available. Maybe I want one. Look at it. Oh, it is a little bit thicker than, it's like, what does it feel
It's
like?
like a really nice napkin.
Yeah.
Or a really nice.
Very thick, very thick.
It's almost
Anyway.
cottony.
It's got pieces that can be cut up and used and torn up and used. Yeah, it's a little more fabricy than papery. For sure. Yeah. Anyway, that is cool. We do have just a couple of those, and they are $5.99. You got to order them before April and I turn off the live and go get them ourselves. There's your challenge for the day. All right, now these we had in our giveaway baskets at the Fall Fling. Is that what we called it? Fall Fling? Harvest Fling. But we have a few extra that are available for sale. And it's this cute little tree. It's $7.99. And this, again, is a victim of its packaging. It just doesn't look like much. It's called the flowering tree. But I have seen people do cards because it is very, very small. But you can do a 5x7 card that's divided into 4 and has the tree 4 times for the 4 different seasons. And I've seen that done on the Spellbinders website, and it's quite pretty. Or if you're just looking for some trees to fill in the background, you know, the flowers are separate, so you can use them or not use them. If you wanted fewer of the brown branches to show, you could cut more than one of this darker green piece and, you know, plop it over. So it's got a lot of flexibility. It even has a few individual leaves if you wanted to like put some leaves on the ground underneath it, or highlight some certain leaves for whatever reason. Anyway, it's really cute, and if you use it to its fullest extent, you will get your bang for your buck. All right, and then we need a price on this.
There's a price on it.
Is it? Oh, I can't see. Sorry.
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
Don't have my glasses on. I don't know how I hope to craft later without my glasses, but
you get to
this is This is the newest Dina Wakley Media Journal, and it is just watercolor paper. All right, so there's 28 pages. They're just white, but this is a good, this is
great thickness.
this is really about as thick as the stone paper and the indigo, Stamperia journals.
Yes.
Stamperia journals. So it's a great heavyweight. I'd say that's at least 140. Well, 300 GSM, whatever that translates to. Anyway, it's 6x9. It's nice. The cover's nice. It's got a good solid thickness, all that good jazz. All right, so that is $32.99. And of course, all of these things that we're showing you are in our 20% off discount code this morning in our discount category. And as April said, it is Hot Mess 20. All caps, all one word, no spaces, just Hot Mess 20. All right. And then once upon a time back in the spring, we did one of our subscription boxes and it was lemon and citrusy themed. And we have a handful of things left over from that. And they have actually made it to our clearance section at this point. But these two are from the same set. This is a lemon vine metal cutting die. And if you can see here within the circle, it does kind of, it cuts that edge. Okay, so this part over here cuts into your paper, and then this creates the edge of your paper. So if you had a piece of straight line paper underneath it, you could create some borders and things like that. And it's kind of cool. The lemons come out. Some, I think maybe part of the leaves come out. We did some card examples where we colored that in. We did some where we pieced the paper back in. So that was lots of fun, lots of pretty effects that we had with that. And then there's this, which is stamps and dies. It's got the lemon and the orange, as well as a bunch of, and they both cut out, and a bunch of sentiments. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Dream. The zest is yet to come. Squeeze the day. Live your zest life. I could just squeeze you. Enjoy the little things. Take it easy and relax. Okay, so that is a great set. It's got extra leaves. Oh, and the leaves die cut as well. So this always confused me when I look at this picture, but it's the lemon die and the orange die with the leaf dies inside them. So those cut out those leaves. So that's a nice set. This one is $9.09 on sale, and it might even ring up a little. It might ring up a little less expensive than that. And this one is $6.99. So grab those. And then related, but not exactly the same, because these are both Crafters Companions and this is Simple Story. But there's this stencil, and it's just a cute background. Okay, and especially if you get some multiple shades of yellow going, it can be really pretty. And that one is, the stencil is $4.19. Probably it will go into your cart even, well, a little bit cheaper. All right,
so may I interrupt for a second?
You may interrupt.
So Dina's watercolor journal, the 300 GSM equivalates to about 111 pounds.
111 pounds. Okay. So I was just a little off, but it's
I was curious too.
Yeah, it's good. All right. So people come here all the time this time of year asking for Christmas washi tape. And last year we had all this gorgeous 49 in market stamp stuff that's just not available anymore. So I went online and I did find you some. This is cute. It's just Santa after Santa after Santa. It's hard to see because you're also seeing through to the next layer, but each Santa's holding a string of lights. And so, you get that unrolled on your paper and it's going to look like a bunch of Santas hanging up lights. It's really cute. There is 30 feet of this washi tape for $3.99 plus your 20% discount with Hot Mess 20. Then this one is just almost a rainbow of ornaments. You've got the red and yellow. I don't really see any orange, but then it goes into green and blue and purple and back to the red. So just ornament after ornament after ornament. This is $5. Then you get your 20% off. And I'm trying to see, I think it says it's 10 meters long. Okay, so that's quite a bit of washi tape. And then this one, this is just cute. You should get this if you're coming to the gingerbread class with me. It's just little.
Adorbs.
Oh, geez,
Oh,
it's
we're blurry.
blurry,
Blurry.
but
Pull back
it's
a little bit.
cute little gingerbread
Oh, it
folks,
doesn't want to.
all in a line. They've got little red and green buttons and bows and all that good jazz. And that is 30 feet for $4.99, and then your 20% discount. And then the last thing I'm going to show you, and then April's going to show you some things, is I'm going to show you this 49 in Market collection. And we're kind of laughing over this. We had this last week, and I think we decided to save it till this week. But if we showed it to you last week, just look again. The last week we had a lot of, I don't know, different Christmas things coming in and all the Wizard of Oz. All the Wizard of Oz stuff. So yeah, so we decided at the last minute just to save this one and show this week. So this is the 12 by 12 collection pack, and it is $12.99, and then of course you get your discount. It is 8 double-sided heavyweight card stock sheets. You get one of each design. So honestly though, you know, like if you're the kind of person who makes ATC cards, you can cut up this front cover too. It's not one of those weird shiny ones. It's just like part of the pack. So you could certainly use that. You could use the back side of it. It has, look at this lace and a little bit of steampunk vibe here with some loose gears hanging about and the pocket watch mixed in and all of that. And then you've got some splits and splats and some purple roses and all kinds of things, just a gear here and there. And then that nice stripe, kind of almost a periwinkle. Then you have this giant stopwatch. It takes up almost the whole page. And there's lots of lace bits around it as well. You've got lace bits and borders at the top and the sides and the bottom. It's just gorgeous coloring. But for those of you who are scrapbookers, that's a great background page. Or, ooh, if you've got somebody who's retiring and they're going to have more time on their hands.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
Love
it's
that.
got a mouse. Shh. Nobody
Why are you
warned me
yelling?
because it has mousers. Or are those squirrels? That's a squirrel.
Oh, it kind of looks like a bunny. You see the tail?
Oh.
Look at its tail.
Okay, it's all right. I'm a crazy person. It's a bunny. It's got little bunnies. And it's got a little bird up there. Oops, can't see it. There we go, little bird.
Oh, the bird's
Okay.
got its light goggles on.
It does. It's a steampunk bird. Oh, I hear Diane going to her cart to put this in. Yeah, it's a steampunk, although these aren't quite her colors, but she could grunge it up.
Yeah,
She could
definitely not her
grunge
colors.
it up. She could grunge it up. All right, this is all pretty. All right, so this is that kind of scrapbooking page that has the good, nice middle section for your pictures and stuff. And this is really kind of mostly border. Or if you're just a card maker, boom, right there. That's a card. That's a card. That's a card.
Diane
That's a
says
card.
pee-pee.
We might know you a little bit, friend. And then this is just a pretty, pretty background page. You can get lots of pictures here. Or again, for those of you who are card makers, ooh, that cuts up into some pretty pieces. Again, here, mostly border and that big hole in the middle on this page. And then you've got your Harlequin diamonds on the back. And here again, well, this is more cornery. This is like bottom corner and top corner, and then a little more plain everywhere else with just some tidbits. So again, great. Oh, and I love this like peeled paint look right here. That's so cool. I'm trying to learn how to do that with paint and make it actually look better. Then this is a nice, oh, it's got a Frogger. Nope, it's a lizard. Dang it. I am failing at animals today.
Do you want to use my glasses?
I'm afraid of what I would see at this point. I did everything else in the blind.
Look at,
So-
go down, go down.
A little owl. Little
Isn't he
cute
cute?
cat. He's so cute. And then here you've got the suitcases and the hat with the goggles. And I mean, this can go wedding, this can go travel, this can just go steampunk.
Just
And
everywhere.
here, yeah, look at this frame. It looks like it's popping off the page.
It really does.
That is so well done. And then you got the steampunk elements there on the side. And it's very cool. Ooh, in the back has the grid. and all the different steampunk elements. And, you know, I mean, it almost looks like stenciling, but on paper that's already printed. So very cool, very cool. And then here you got clocks and gears galore on this side, and ooh, just a flat out frame on the back side. And that's got lots of layers going around it, laces and flowers and gears and harlequin and I don't even know what all. And then here you've got again, just kind of the side roses and the side roses. But you've got that pocket watch way in the background there up at the top corner again. Very pretty. And the back side, just elegant script. So I don't know if you can see very well, but there's script in white going across. So it's just that nice little background. And then last page, oh, get the bonbons again. Hey, bonbons. So sorry, I had a nephew when he was little. His bunny was his thing. And if he didn't have his bunny, you'd hear him crying all the way across the house. I want my bunny. I want my bunny. And then the stripes on that last page. So that is that collection. Again, that's $12.99. And then I'm not going to open the things that go with it, but I will go through it.
Jennifer says that lizard is a real lizard. I don't know. I think she's making up words.
Okay. Those diehard Southerners that were born here, they had, you know,
they got to work all the
that's probably a made up word. All right. So I love your words, Jennifer. Jennifer sends me vocabulary sometimes, little vocabulary videos so she can teach me. Anyway, this is 83 die cut pieces, and they are all cut out and ready to go. No fussy cutting for you. So that's fantastical. And then this is multiple sheets of rub-ons. It feels, 3 sheets. So, see, because there's 1, 2, 3 on the picture. That's how you can tell. Plus it says 3 on top. So these are rub-ons that go with that. It's got all that good stuff. Although it doesn't look like it has any bonbons. Sad. So sad. All right, but here's the back page. You can see that. All those gears and beautiful things. So then this is 4 sheets, 141 pieces, laser cut wildflowers. And
they're beautiful.
I'm investigating here. Yeah, these look like they just punch out. So no cutting here, but it's just scads of pretty flowers. There's a few butterflies thrown in there.
That looks like an eyeball.
Yeah, a couple little roundy foo-foos. Or eyeballs, you know, if you're April. So here's a flash of like the whole thing. I guess this is trying to show you all, what does it say? 141 pieces there. So lots and lots of that. And then there's the 6x8 paper pad. Now this has, this has 9 designs and there are 3 of each. And it is double-sided. It's essentially the same pages from the bigger one, a little bit of variation, but there are 9 different designs here, 3 of each, including a couple of solids. So that's always nice. You know, you've got to break up your designs sometimes. Take a little eyeball break. And then this one is also laser cut elements. Oh, I haven't gone through any prices. And it is, this is 113 pieces. And they are also pre-cut. These are also pre-cut. You're just going to be punching them out. All right, so let me flip back through real quick. No details this time, just prices. So this is 113 pieces die cut. This one has all the things. It's got the bunnies and the lizard and pipes and flowers and blah, 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 blah. And that is $8.99. The one that has just flowers and butterflies essentially is 141 pieces. It is also $8.99. The 6x8 is $12.99. The rub-ons, 3 pages of rub-ons, gorgeous, $11.99. And the die cuts that you don't even have to punch out, but those are bigger pieces, 83 pieces, $8.99. All right, so I'm going to let April take over here for a few minutes and show you some things.
Okie dokie. So we cannot remember if we showed you these guys or not. So we have aluminum metal sheets. The back is adhesive, 10 sheets of gold, $9.99. And then there's silver. And then there is rose gold. They're all $9.99. They're beautiful. So I was like, okay, what do we do with this stuff? So I played a little bit. And checked gold out to the store. So this would have looked way cooler in silver. But I embossed it. Look at the detail it keeps. It's awesome.
And didn't you say it was peel and stick?
It is. So then I was like, well, it's peel and stick it. So look at this. I cut out a leaf. And then you can remove the sticker. And then here is poinsettias. And you can remove the sticker. And then to show a better example, I stuck them all together. I took the back off and then I put the ornament down. And so for those fancy things, like on Sandy's card where she did the 3 wise men and their little gifts and their crowns.
Oh.
You could totally do that and not have to worry about sticking it through your Xyron or getting glue all over the place. So pretty cool, handy. So this will be in your 20% off category. And then back in stock, we have this Tim Holtz die.
You guys, literally, I think we have waited 6 months to get this back in stock.
And we have one. Only one came in of this one. So
we ordered more, we promise.
Yeah, we did. It didn't show up yet. So if you want this one, we have one. And then I think we've got 3 of this one in, which for all of us that like our postage and our envelopes, this is a good one to have. And your actual die does fold into a real usable envelope. And that's $33.99, and the one with the clipboard is $23.99. Oh. So let me look real quick before telling people. Okay. And then I think we sold out of this in August. But the Spellbinder 3D emboss and cut folder with the postage stamps, $13.99. We have 6 available. And let me tell you, Barbie and I love this. So here's an example Barbie did using that emboss and cut. This part and this part. This is a wax seal. And then here is another example that she did. So we have 6 of them in stock. They are fantastic. You can just emboss without the metal cutting piece if you want, or you can emboss and cut. And now, yes, now it's Barbie's turn for a demo.
Well, folks, this one's not going to be super exciting today, but I wanted to remind you of a couple products that some of you have ignored that you should not have ignored. And that is embossing folders. I've got a couple in particular I want to show you. So this one I showed you when it first came out. It's a Spellbinders. It's called the Thank You Bouquet. And it is one of those that embosses and die cuts all at the same time. There. I just made them wrong.
Well, I told them wrong too.
Okay.
So if you want to
all right, wait.
clarify that.
Time out. We're going backwards again. All right, this one we have
1.
This is the one we have 1 of. So if you want that, grab it real quick. The $33.99. It is Tim Holtz number 665927.
Somebody already bought.
It is called Postal.
We got 1. All right.
And then this one we have 5 of.
Yes.
Okay. So this one we're in a little bit better shape on. And this is 666876. And it is called Vault Noteworthy. So this is one, it came in, it sold out so fast. And we reordered it. And those came in and sold out. And then we went to reorder some more. And they were just gone. They were gone from everywhere. And so it was a hot mess. And they are finally back in. All right. So back to my embossing folder. This is a Spellbinders Emboss and Cut. It is called the Thank You Bouquet. And I think when I showed it to you the first time, it also comes with a stencil. So it's a whole bundle. And I think when I showed it to you the first time, I said that the stencil only does this. But I've revisited this recently, and I've realized that these flowers down here are the same as these flowers up here. And so if you use the stencil and you just angle it the right way, that you can also stencil all of these. The only thing you can't, there's no stencil for is the thank you. But everything has a cut. Thank you cuts, the individual flowers cut, the big flower bouquet cuts. So I want to show you a couple of hints. So I ran this through the embossing machine this morning, and some of the flowers are obvious, okay? Like this big flower in the middle, it's obvious that if you follow this red line, it's the big flower in the top left. But these two are harder to figure out because this one here, some of its petals are underneath this larger flower, and so you can't see it. But this one, oops, let me get it back down here. This flower matches with this one over here. So they're on the opposite sides. In the bouquet, this flower is in the bottom left, and here it's on the right. And then this flower actually matches with this flower. Okay, and I actually, on this diagram, I am showing you like which petal matches. So like this petal is the same as this petal right here. So this, the flower is oriented pretty much the same way, but this one, it's not. When they moved this flower up here, they also rotated it. So to do this with the stencil, you have to rotate the stencil a little bit. And then these two flowers are the same, and that's pretty obvious. But again, you have to rotate the stencil. Now, you can do your coloring and shading and stenciling while all of this is still one sheet before you cut it, which to me is a little bit easier because then you have some extra space to kind of hold on to and hold things down or stick down to your mat. Or you could cut it all out and do it that way. And then, of course, this last flower up here is this one on the bouquet. So the only bouquet flower that's not repeated somewhere else is this one right here, which is partially under this flower anyway. So that's the only one that you can't cut out separately unless you want to do it by fussy cutting. Now, another big hint I have for you for this is, all right, the side of your folder that says Spellbinders. This is the side where everything happens. This is the side that your dies actually latch onto. And what I did last night, because the little flowers you have to configure, you have to keep rotating them until you figure out where they go. So this one I plopped on, and I put a little bit of red on my embossing folder and a little bit of red right there on the edge of my die. So I know that if I line up these two pieces of red, my thing is in the right place. And the next time I do this, I don't have to sit there and go rotate, rotate, rotate. I did the same thing here with purple. There's a little bit of purple there on my folder, and there is a little bit of purple right there. So boom, I've put my die in the right place. And then it just keeps going like that. There's blue here that goes with the blue here. And as long as I line up my two blues, I've got my die in the right spot. And then the green here lines up with the green here. And to me, I think blue that's,
there you go.
Yeah, I think it's worth doing that. Now, I will say that when I put this through this morning, you can see the little marks, okay, where the ink came off onto the paper. But when I cut that out, that's going to be on the outside of the cut. So none of that's going to show, and it's going to be just fine. All right, so for funsies, let me show you a couple of options here. We had an embossing folder that we don't have anymore, but I kind of put things together here using it as the background piece. So what I've done is I've used that embossing folder. You can use any embossing folder. This one's a
Dots and poses.
yeah, it's got some flowers down here on the bottom, and then it's got dots up here at the top. And so I wanted to try that. So what I did here is I just put a piece of washi tape in between to kind of serve as a little bit of a border. And then I've got my blue and purple flowers up here that I've done with my different layers and my stencils and all that good jazz. All right, so now, because always in my head is Diane's voice going, dimension, dimension, dimension. I've cut out some of my extra flowers. I didn't do them all. I was a little pressed for time last night, and there was sleep that was calling to me. And so I can do this multiple ways, right? I can pop this flower up if I want to and just leave it at that and not do anything else. Or if I decided that this card really needs a little more purple, I've actually done these in purple instead of the blue. And it's so challenging to figure out where these flowers go. Okay, so this one's especially hard because, like I said, you don't even see the petals over here because they're under this flower. If I wanted to use all of these together, I could decide to put that flower totally on top. I could decide to put this flower totally on top, or I could like cut a slit right there and kind of piece it together where, you know, one petal's on top here and one petal's on top there and get that in there. I can pop that up there. I can use all these dimension dots. I can add the thank you. I can leave the thank you off. And it does cut as two different words. So I can, you know, I can layer it different ways. I can do it like this instead of having it go across. All right. What I liked about the white background here, and the reason I left this one as a white piece of paper is just because those bits between the flowers don't show as much, the ones that aren't colored. Okay. And let me give you an example. Here is blue background with the pink flowers. And you can see on this, the white empty space shows a lot more. So if that doesn't bother you, then that's great. You know, I've got flowers and a blue sky here. But if that does bother you, you could put it on the white paper and that white background just kind of fades away. All right. Couple other things I want to remind you of. This embossing folder, it's an A6 size embossing folder, so it's a little bit longer than a regular card front, than an A2 card front. But it has the 4 different designs. And what I showed you when it first came out, and I don't have those with me, but I had cut it out on white paper to make like ATC backgrounds, and I colored each one individually with a different set of colors. And you can do that. That is still absolutely an option. But I wanted to remind you too of the existence of luster wax because it's shiny. And I put it on the table and I can't find it still. So that's crazy. I'm losing my mind. All right. I'm just going to show you a couple of things here. This is how I like to use luster wax. And I'm just going to show you in one corner real quick. I like to take the rose gold. It's a very bronzy rose goldy color, and just put it on with my finger. And remember, those of you who aren't you don't like to stick your finger into messy things, you can use daubers for this. You don't have to get your finger in here. But I like to not even try to just stick to the top surface here. I like to go ahead and get that rose gold down in between. And I still have some black here. I don't want to totally rose gold it. because that looks really weird and bonkers. But I have rose gold here on top, and then I have it in between the designs. You can still see the black a little bit, but we are mostly rose gold. And then what I like to do is come in with a little of the yellow gold. And here now I am just trying to hit the top. And I'm trying to leave the rose gold alone in the back. And I'm you know, some successful, some not. I got fat fingers, so they get down in there.
Be nice to my friend.
So anyway, I've lightened it up a bit by adding the gold on top, and you still see some of that rose gold in the bottom. And then I'm going to come through with the third color, which is the silver. And there are actually, well, there are 5 colors of luster wax in the store. And here I'm aiming just for those middle pieces, and I'm not going to make you sit here and watch while I do each
but we
one.
got 20 minutes.
So you know. But see there, I've hit the silver just on that bit, and that is fun. So now I can see all 3 colors of gold. I got the rose gold in the very background. It's really hard to see on this camera. I'm sorry. And then I've got the yellow gold on top of the edging here. And then I've got the silver right on top of that. All right. So let's look at some other combinations. There is also, hang on. I'm out of fingers that I like to use. Please hold while I clean myself up a bit. I just don't have enough coordination in my pinky or my thumb to be able to get the wax where I want it if I start getting into that. Anyway, we do have the rainbow lilac here. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And
Lilac rainbow.
And it's just a very subtle purple. Like if you put it on white paper, you know what? I'll show you on both. Hang on. If you put it on white paper, you're looking at it going, wait, is there anything on there? And it's just a faint shimmer. Let's see. We'll do it on the same thing. I got the flower ones. So here I've got the flower pattern in white, and I've got it right here in the purple. Or in the black. That's black. All right. So I'm just going to go through and try to. I need to quit this morning. I need more caffeine. I need something.
Let's go.
Go home.
Start over.
I don't know. Is the boss on the live? Is she listening to us? Oh, close the door. Oh, that's right. She's a boss too. Does she say we have to stay? You know what else is going on this weekend that I don't think we mentioned? Did we mention the North Georgia Arts Tour? It is the North Georgia Arts Tour. So this is the time of fall, because I think it happens in the spring as well, when all the artists go to their galleries where they display art, and they take new art and more art and you know, just jazz things up a bit. I feel like I need to put so much more on there because you can't see it. All right. And anyway, so all over Northeast Georgia, there's art. Okay. All the art galleries, all the places that sell homemade things. You can drive down the highways and byways and avenues and see all these bright yellow signs that say art tour and point towards all the different stores. It is a great time to get in your car, come to the mountains, and just drive down the road and follow the yellow signs and bop into all the places. All right. So lilac rainbow. Here's the cool thing. On the black, it looks very purpley. Okay. Very, very purpley. But when you put it on the white, it's just super subtle. You have to get it, and I don't know if I can do it on camera. You have to get it at the right angle and the right amount of light to even, and then you're going like, oh, I see. It's got kind of a purpley vibe, a purpley glow. But anyway, I don't even know if I finished my sentence. Hop in your car. Come down to the Northeast Georgia Arts Tour and take a look. All right, so I'm going to show you another color. Yeah. It's all got gorgeous stuff. Of course, the Kilman Gallery has beautiful things. It's in the same building as us. We were right next door. So this is ivory. Okay. And if Lisa 2 is watching, I'm going to give a shout out to Lisa 2. Lisa 2, the first time I met her, she came to a card making class and we were playing with a luster wax. And she said, oh, I'm going to put this ivory on this white paper. And I thought, what a waste. She's putting the ivory on the white paper. It's not even going to show up. It's just white on white. Goodness gracious. I was judging her so hard. And then I came back and looked at what she had done. And I will hold this up in a minute and show you. But I'm going to put it on some of the black paper too. Oh, that's too much. All right. So when you're using luster wax, but first of all, if you've never used it before, you only want a little bit. Like this is, you can see my finger through the wax here. Okay. I've just got a little covering on my fingertip. Many people who are demonstrating this, that I've seen demonstrate this online, will actually dab off on a scrap sheet of paper before they come over to their regular paper. And I do recommend that for beginners until you get used to the amount that you need. Okay. But I'm used to the amount that I need, so I don't bother with that anymore. You know, and sometimes that leads to mistakes because I'm a stubborn brat. But there you have it. Anyway, here is the ivory on black. All right. And you can see that you can see that. All right. And here I've done ivory on about the top third.
Oh, you
and
can't
then the
see it.
bottom part. Wait, maybe right there. It's
I mean, you can tell there's something.
Yeah. Okay. In real life, this makes it shimmer. You know how when you go to a drugstore or the grocery store and you're buying, I can hardly say the words, store-bought cards. I know. Yes.
Oh,
And there's that white shiny on top of the white ivory. Oh, there we go. Ivory luster wax makes that shine when you put it on top of white paper. And so here I was thinking that Lisa 2 was just bonkers. P.S. She is, but she's bonkers in the kind of way we love. And she put that shiny on the white, and it's just gorgeous. It's just absolutely gorgeous. All right. There's a sixth color that exists. It's called charcoal. We don't happen to have any in stock. I'll show you real quick just for giggles. Yeah, April's gonna look and see if we can order any. But it's the same kind of idea. Here, if I put this charcoal gray on the white, you know, it's gonna show up just fine.
No.
But if I put it, okay, so
Not from Notions anyway.
Okay,
Maybe
so we could do a special order on this, but on black it makes everything look kind of silvery. But to be honest, so does silver. So, you know, if you want us to see if we can special order you some of that, we will certainly give it a try. All right. I think that does us for today. So we have the new products.
They get 13 minutes of their morning bath.
Oh man.
Yeah. I need to learn how to talk slower, but it's just not my thing.
You're a New Yorker.
And
you haven't been in the South long enough. I'm from the North, but I have been in the South long enough. I can drag it if I need to. But anyway.
So, show them that.
Oh, what?
The polka dot.
Oh, yeah. So I had April. Okay. So, okay. Luster wax and inks and things. Here is a mental block I think that people have. Okay. There are people who come in and they're like, I can't get my ink on the embossed paper right. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get ink on without touching any of the background. Okay. And you can look at this. I tried to get that purple on just the flowers, but look, there's purple smudges on the background here. There's purple smudges on the background there. But it's still, for the most part, doesn't look like there's a lot going on in the background. You just see the black background. All right. And people come in and they're like, oh, I'm trying to ink. I'm trying to use my blending brushes. It keeps getting down there where I don't want it. you kind of have to get over it. It gets down there, but lighter.
I did use a stencil on it.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you can do when there are stencils that go with the embossing folders, see, none of this has any ink on that part that's supposed to stay white, you know? None of this does because they're, well, except where I missed. But the stencil takes care of that problem. All right, so here's that Stacy Park. What is it called? Is it called dots?
Wait, hold on, we have her.
Remember that we do have a couple that have stencils with them. All right, the thank you bouquet that I just showed from Spellbinders has a stencil with it, so you can do your inking without getting on the bottom. This one has a stencil with it. It's called Rock the Dots at Stacy Park. So look, there's no ink on the bottom. And we have done this with brayer. This particular one's done with brayer, but we've also done with ink blending brushes, and I don't know if we've really tried anything else, but it just, the stencil prevents the ink from getting on the bottom. So those of you who are, I'm not going to say crazy, I'm not going to say picky, I'm going to say meticulous.
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 You know which.
So I did say crazy and picky, but
You did. But that's okay because we are too.
Yes. So, remember the ones that have stencils. If that is the clean look that you're looking for. And Stacy Park has one other sunburst. Okay. And you have that back here.
Yes.
It's not. Well, we were going to show it to you again, but all right. So that's the this one's called Rock the Dots, and it has the embossing folder and the one stencil, and then there's the other one that's called Sunburst that has, you know what? I have an example of it. Hang on. I don't have that thing. Yep. Okay. So this card is made with the Sunburst. All right. So you can see there, well, if the star wasn't here, there's a little bit of a blank space right here, and then everything just bursts out from the center. I did not use the stencil when I made this card because I was trying to get the background to have more color on it to separate it from this white piece. I didn't want the white bits right here and right here when I was trying to separate it from the hexagon. So I didn't use it here, but there is a stencil that goes with that one. All right. Does that do us for today?
I think so. And now they get 8 minutes back. Yay, we went longer.
We're so silly. All right.
All right.
I think that's it. April's going to turn us off. Enjoy.